Greeting fellow modelers, again another Fiddlers Green build. This time it's the Cessna 152 or 150 Aerobat. This model I trained on when I was going for my private pilot's license. So let's build a paper model. So this happens to be the Cessna 152 Aerobat. As you can see, single design with the fuselage. Love those racing pattern. The main wing, the cowling, the airfoil and the cabin, the fin and stabilizer. It's really a simple enough model. Now, remember, with the main landing gear, make sure that the base of it points towards the nose. And here's instructions on how to build your Cessna 152. If you are interested in these models, visit fiddlersgreen.net. You won't be disappointed. 3 free models are available. So let's begin with the tools needed, because building this is awesome. First, some steel rule, an X-Acto knife, and tweezers. I cannot get over the preaching of the gospel of getting tweezers. Definitely needed. I have white water glue here. You can get any color, but it's just for touch up. A paintbrush. I use a handle really for forming and shaping. And of course, cake decorating tool. These will help with compound curve on your model. If you practice this enough, you'll be great at it. Aleene's tacky glue. #1 recommended. Can't get enough. And super glue. If you need any of these, look and check the description below. Quick link to all what you need to build these models. And of course, toothpick. Can't forget your toothpick. And overall, get your scissors. So let's begin with cutting the parts out. So this is just, again, my own take on it. I love cutting all the parts out, put them aside, and then work on the spot individually. You may want to leave it in, but for me, this is what works out. And I become familiar as I cut the parts out. I get to see what needs to be done and memorize the parts needed. So let's begin with the main wing assembly. First up, we take the base of the wing, cut the parts out with our steel rule, of course, and we fold the leading edge. So once we got the leading edge folded, we're going to straighten our wing by using toothpick. We put 2 toothpicks in the wing and we straighten it this way. Zap it with a little super glue to just straighten that area. And now we put on the aerofoil on top. So we cut out and we're going to form the shape of that aerofoil, the wing skin on top. Just putting a little more curve and then putting curve on the tip. And then we're going to glue the leading edge on first. Make sure all of that is aligned properly. I love the 152. It is quite the student plane. It can be even aerobatic. It's light, it's affordable, it's a great model. And here now we lock down the trailing edge. And of course, you know my thing. Once we get it basically on, we're going to press it against the mat and make sure everything is locked up. Pretty good, pretty decent. And then we repeat the same with the other side. And pretty much that's it. We have our main wing. Let's put this aside. Let's deal now with the assembly of the cabin that goes on the center of the wing. So we cut the parts out. I quite love Fiddler's Green model because this is where a lot of journeys start. They're simple to do, simple enough to get you interested in it. And on top of that, when you go to the website, you get 3 free models for just signing up. Any 3, I think. And you have more than enough instructions here to help you build. Here's how I joined the center line. And It fits well. Whoever designed this, hats off to you. Lovely integration here. And now the fuselage. Now here's the thing. When you're building models like these, it really helps sometimes to just go on the internet, Google it, and just look at how the shape of the model is. So here I cut the parts out and I'm looking where the landing gear is compared to where the center at the back of the fuselage is, and I'm going to put a gentle fold on either side. That way I have an idea how to slightly curve it, because basically it's a box. That's what the fuselage is. We curve the top, do it to the other side, and then we're going to apply glue and join. But it's not a bad model. Quite love it. If you're going to print on paper, you can use like 2 office sheet, which is 70 grams. You can then glue together, or you can get cardstock at least 140 GSM, because this will help and with the model being firm enough for you to build, and it'll look decent. I love the racing color for this particular model, and I just love how it's coming out. And there it is, a simple yet effective box. And now that we have gotten this, we're going to then tackle the cowling. We're going to use our brush handle and just put curve in there, little glue, join the front, and pretty much that's it. Look at that. It just looks really nice, like the real deal. If you like this, then you would want to check out this. My channel, which have over 35 models from Fiddlers Green alone, and any other more complicated subject, feel free to peruse. So let's get back to building, shall we? So now the fuselage and the wing integration. Here now, we're going to do a test fit. We're going to just put a little curve. That's where the window will go at the back. We check. That looks good. Great. So now that we have a test fit, we're going to apply some glue. But you can see the clear distinct line of that 152 coming around. Put glue on the area that they suggested. Lock up everything. Put glue on the edge of the window at the back. Gently tap in place, and then use our tweezer and lock everything down. Just like that. Look at that, man. Beautiful. I love how this come together. So you know what? Time for the windscreen. So now with the windscreen, we cut the parts out, and you can let me know in the comments if you want to just skip me cutting the parts out and just get straight to the build. But there's this natural feel to show, say, hey, we cut the parts out, it's all part of the thing, and that's why I do it. We do the test fit for the windscreen, we put glue on and then lock in place. And then we use our tweezer, of course, to firmly clamp the sides down. Nice. Now we see that 152 peeking out. So let's deal with the cowling. Let's let this baby look really good. For the cowling assembly, we're going to cut the parts out and just get into the habit of forming curve. So this is now where your cake decorating tool is going to come into play. We're going to put several cuts in the base of it, and then we're going to use that small enough ball to put the curve in it. When we do this, we're going to especially pay attention to the nose, the edges, and just roll like that. Now, first thing we're going to do is just put a rough test fit. It looks like it should work. Then we're going to just glue the main panels first on the underside. So we align, that looks good. Glue this section up. Look at that. Look how good it looks, man. Then we glue the front of the cowling together. Beautiful. And just like that, you have your model. You can check the alignment of the stripes on the model just to aid in trying to let it look decent enough. And you know what I love about Fiddlers Green kit? If you make a mistake, no worries. You can go again and just do another one. So now that we have our cowling, let's attach it to the main. And using now the red stripes on it to align the cowling, and there it's starting to look itself. Look at that. Beautiful. You see how it comes together just nicely? Great. Let's deal with the stabilizer. So for the stabilizer, we cut the excess parts out, and then we're going to fold along the leading edge. And then once we fold the leading edge, we're going to straighten it by using a toothpick. We're going to split the toothpick. We just need a sliver just to retain the strength so it doesn't flex or bend. Glue that along the center of the stabilizer. About to say fuselage. And then just glue the edges. And just like that, you have your stabilizer. Then we just fit into place and glue. Let's put a hole in the center. Now this is what will hold another splint of toothpick, and that will serve to anchor the fin when the time comes. Glue into position, and that's it. Look there. Nice. Let's get the fin now. So the fin rudder, it's a classic style. You notice the uniqueness of it. It's one of those trademark of Cessna, I think. And here now we're going to fold, put a little curve in the top of it. I just love the rudder and fin assembly on the Cessnas. Nice. Put a little curve in the base with the tweezer, little glue, and now this here we'll just start to attach to the assembly. And careful alignment with the stripes along the fuselage side, and that's it. And let's put in that fillet for the rudder. Just split in half, a little glue, and then tack in place. And to even make it a little firmer, you could have split the top in the center and then just slide it right onto the fin, and it would have hold. And then we just check to make sure everything is at right angle and looking good. Let's continue. Wing struts. Now it is really simple. We're going to cut these and then just fold along the edge and then lock it down with some glue. And here, when we do this, we're going to press it out really flat, and then we're going to cut off any unevenness. All of this, I take, will be practice for when you get more serious with your other models. You would want to do this. So we just cut off any sliver, any excess. We do it for both sides. And then now we're going to just a little tack of glue on either end and just lock into place, and pretty much that's it. Look how that's looking pretty. Awesome. If you're following me so far, I want to thank you very much for tuning in every weekend where I display a model And please help me by liking this video, leave a comment or subscribing. I have a dream of seeing this reach thousands of people, and I'd love for YouTube to push this algorithm. So thanks, and I appreciate you being here. Now back to assembling the nose wheel. We just simply cut out, use a sliver of toothpick. So these are the strips we cut from a large toothpick, and we'll use that to reinforce our wheels so it doesn't cave or buckle under the weight. One of the most important things I forgot to tell you is that when the cowling was done, please put like a coin or some nose weight in the front, because it will sit tail heavy. So make sure before you join the cowling, put some weight in. If you forgot, no problem, just make a slice under the window, by the window, just below the wing, and put some weight inside. But it's going to need that weight. The wheels are very simple. The main wheel, it is pretty much just two flat pieces put together. And the landing gear here, please pay careful attention and make sure that when the landing gear is done, that the landing gear base is pointing towards the nose. That's one of the characters of the Cessna 152. The landing gear did not pivot backward, but it went forward. I think it helped with the center of gravity also. So here we just strengthen this, looking good. And now that we have it, we sort of help bending it. Those little excess pieces I left on is to help with holding the wheel in position. We put it on the base, make sure that the gear point forward, and then we're going to attach the main wheels after we mate the two half. That's one. Let's get the other one done. Good. And now that we have done this, we just make sure it's flat, it's solid, and then we're going to glue in place. Nice. Now, it's still delicate when we do this, so what we're going to do is use super glue and strengthen everything. The super glue will help put some firmness in it so it won't cave it. So you see I'm putting it on the joints where the wheel is and just giving it some time to dry. The prop and spinner is a simple one too. You got this. We cut the prop out, and if you want to even make it more interesting, you could paint this silver once you're completed. So we cut the spinner out, and we're going to curve the spinner using a toothpick. And then we're going to get a little more complicated. We're going to use our brush handle and go in where the midway of the nose and just put a compound curve in there. Nice. And then we're going to lock this up. And once we lock it up, we're going to get our cake decorating tool once this is done, and we're going to curve in the base. So that way it looks more real, more natural for a spinner and not just a triangle put up front. Then we're going to put our prop on it and just mark on the spinner where we need to just cut notches out on either end. Cut them out. Check the test fit. Looking good? Okay, we are going to glue now our prop together, our prop half. Join them together. Put a little twist in there. And then we're going to glue to the model. And pretty much, this is what it's going to take. Now, put a little glue on the base of the prop and spinner and just attach. And there you have it. Your Cessna 150, 152 era bat. Lovely looking model, if I could say so myself. And thank you so much for joining me. Special shout out to my Patreon members who make this all possible. Those who help me to bring this to you every weekend. And to you, my valued viewers, I want to say, take care, be gentle to yourself, walk good, Look out for so many more Fiddlers Green models, and give this a like if you found anything new and interesting. Until then, one love.